Hello everyone, I'm Justin, and for today's video, get your insulin ready, cause this anime is overflowing with sweetness. In a world full of harem animes, cheesy rom-coms, and unholy NTR stories, one anime stands among them to just give you what you always wanted. A full romance where the main characters start dating from the beginning. And for the first time, this is not about the handsome guy of the school, nor the generic black hair main protagonist, but a buff, ugly and tall dude. Ore Monogatari, also known as My Love Story, centers around Takeo Goda, a tall and muscular guy. He is a kind-hearted guy that always puts everyone before him and has a lot of love to give. Unfortunately, he hasn't had any good luck with the girls, who always end up falling in love with his best friend Makoto Sunakawa. One day, while riding the metro, he spots a molester. He immediately stops him and in the process falls in love at first sight with Rinko Yamato, the girl he just saved. Rinko starts to get closer to Takeo, but he believes that as usual, she's just targeting Makoto, to which he tries to help her, setting them up together. But after a while, he realizes that she has feelings for him and they start dating. This is a slow-paced love story that just fills your heart with warmth. You don't need to worry about heartbreak or other problems, as our protagonist has found his true love and the girl only has eyes for him. The anime has a total of 24 episodes that revolve around the different stages of Takeo and Rinko's relationship. The stories go from simple things like how to get closer in a relationship, how to handle other people trying to get closer to your partner, and of course, the usual situations like Christmas, birthday, and Valentine's Day. This has to be the most wholesome anime ever, as you see the growth in the relationship between a big guy with a big heart and a pure girl whose impure thoughts revolve around wanting to hold hands or kissing. As for the other characters, the main secondary character is Makoto. As Takeo's handsome friend, all the girls always hit on him. But as a true bro, he always rejects them because they badmouth Takeo in front of him. This also happens with Rinko's friends, who also badmouth Takeo's behind his back. But after being saved by him and realizing how big of a heart he has, they end up accepting his school. Back to Makoto's side of things. He's always the calm guy who cares deeply about Takeo and always gives him support and advice. Something that I'm disappointed about this story is how there were a few options for Makoto to find his other half, but even when they have a good relationship, he just sees everyone as friends rather than a love interest, which leads me to believe that he was also in love with Takeo. I mean, he even helps him to practice kissing, so you can make your own conclusions. As I mentioned, each episode relates to a different situation in the relationship. Some of the stories spanning across 2 episodes, and while there are mostly standalone stories, there is a bit of plot progression as they slowly get closer in the relationship. Now, before I continue, I want to give a spoiler warning, as I'll be talking about both the ending of the anime as well as the ending of the manga. And with that said, let's move on with the video. As the relationship keeps developing, time passes, and we arrive to the spring break, where Rinko starts a part-time job at a cake shop. After catching the attention of the shop's assistant, they start to get closer as she helps him creating new cakes. Takeo starts to get jealous, and the assistant is trying to break them apart. This all culminates in a cooking contest in which the assistant participates with Rinko. Unfortunately, he forgets his tools, so Takeo, as kind-hearted as ever, runs all the way to the shop and retrieves them. After winning the contest, he confesses to Rinko, but she declines as she only has eyes for Takeo. And as a special extra, Takeo and Rinko start calling each other on their first name basis.
Rinko.
Cute and simple ending for a cute and simple story to wrap up the anime. As for the manga, I'm really not sure why they always do this for this type of stories. but the anime adapted all the available original source at the time. That is, from volume 1 to volume 10, or chapter 35 of the manga. Unfortunately, we have yet to get an adaptation for the last 3 volumes, but for those who want to know, the story keeps going in the same direction. That is until, because of Rinko's father's job, she has to move to Spain, and they have a long-distance relationship for a year. But Takeo, believing he's not giving Rinko what she deserves, decides to break up with her. After some thought and thanks to the support of his friends, he decides to fly all the way to Spain and propose to Rinko. Fast forward, we see Rinko, Makoto and Takeo all going to the same university as their love story keeps going strong. To me, that felt like a good point to end the story, as technically there could never be a conclusive point for this type of shows. They could have kept going until they marry or have kids or all the way to old age. But seeing them fighting for their love, even miles apart, and ending up back together felt like a conclusive ending to wrap things up. This is a lovely shoujo manga with a kind-hearted, heroic but insecure protagonist that is trying to make things right in his first relationship, but sometimes overthinks too much. And a cute girl that stars as a generic shoujo manga protagonist, but becomes more proactive as the story moves forward. If you're looking for something relaxing and cute to get a smile, a few laughs, and that kind of feeling of seeing two people finding true love, well, this anime is for you. And with that said, we come to the conclusion of this anime review. What do you guys thought of Ore Monogatari? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, see you guys next time.